Jam on toast!
Hey everybody, I'm Cameron, and today I'd like to talk to you about According to Spencer. This is a funny little comedy movie that I watched a little ways ago. The short sale is that a guy gets in a car accident with a girl, ends up getting a job, falls for the same girl at the new job, who happens to be dating the boss, and he pursues her charmingly awkwardly. What I love it for this movie is where he gets busted in. He's actually taking part in a porn scene, doing some work for his roommates, and his girlfriend busts in and he has to try to explain himself out of everything, and it's hilarious. I thoroughly enjoyed it. My hate is just the boss. He's just one of those asshole characters, and I hate that real people are like that. And dating the boss is not a good situation for either party, and it takes a real asshole to make it a bad situation, because it shouldn't have to be. You should be able to date whoever you want and not let it interfere with your life, but people are stupid, and that's what happens. Let's go to the categories. For aesthetics, I would say that the movie is at par. There's some goofy, silly stuff in there. There's some rundown scenes, and I can't remember if they're really supposed to look like that or I just didn't like it, but I give it a 70 for that. As far as character development goes, the movie tries to give it to you on the fly, and you just ascertain how the characters are by the situations they're put into. And they're very stock characters, otherwise you're encouraged to go along with stereotypes. And so the character development's a little light. I'd say it's probably a good 60. There's really not much of a storyline here. The big twist on everything, other than he's just pursuing her at the job, is that his roommates run a porn studio, and part of his rent is that he's obligated to help towards the film. So it's definitely funny that that's all happening. It adds to a bunch of humor, but it's not a very good plot device. There's nothing critical to it. I'd say it's an even 50 for storyline. As far as compulsion goes, I'd say this movie keeps your attention. It's very funny. The laughs are on beat. It really looks like it was written by comedian writers who don't know how to make the story last longer than 20 minutes at a time, which is why it's so light on depth, but it's got plenty of width and humor. I'd say this is a good 80 for compulsion. Now if we run our totals up, we're going to end up with an average of 65. This is not a great movie. It's barely a good movie. To wrap up, if you're looking for something funny that you don't have to pay a lot of attention to or think about too hard, this is a good movie to pop in and just turn your brain off. But it's not a great movie by any means. So that's it for me. I'm Cameron. Have a nice day.